Hola and welcome back to Hannah and Nick's motorhome adventures, keeping up with the stories. Hannah is currently doing some rehab work on her leg, so a bit of a backstory if you've not been following us. If you've not been following us, why not? But back in November, we were walking from Lou to Polperro in Cornwall, and Hannah broke her leg, her ankle, and her heel. So the operation and rehab work was in Plymouth. So once she'd had a month after she had the operation, just middle of January, she was given the all clear that everything had worked out with the operation and we could come. We didn't have a repeat visit, so we scooted straight over to France. Once we was in France, we flew through France and came to Spain. Basically, we were chasing the sun, and wow, we've had a lot of sun. I mean, my tan's coming on pretty well, I think. We've been away for 9 weeks now, and we've managed to see quite a lot of things. But the main thing that we're doing is making sure that Hannah can have her physio work and her rehab work. So when we came here, Hannah was in a wheelchair or her knee scooter, if you've seen that video, but couldn't walk unaided. And now she is walking to the point where she can almost skip or
International Women's Day. You can do
lightly jog because a rehab work's doing so well. So yeah, we're staying at a friend's apartment just while we're having the rehab work, and it's a good base in Spain to shoot off to other places. So a beach that's about 45 minutes away from us is Mojacar, and we're using that also as a base. So we'll go there and we'll shoot off to different places. So Mojacar's about 45 minutes to an hour away, and then we can use that as a base to shoot off to other places, but we'll come to that. So what have we been doing? Well, it's like I said, the main thing we're doing is Hannah's rehab work, making sure that her ankle and leg are better and she can walk again, which is obviously it's great for Hannah as well, because she's been struggling with the fact that she's not been as free as she normally likes to be. So it's great to see her back on her feet. So I think the first place to start is food and drink. So we've had some of the most amazing foods out here, and the beer and wine, cerveza and wine is brilliant. Some of the wines though we've had out of this world. But with that, obviously, we've had to make sure that we're going to the local gym as well. So we've been going to the gym 3 times a week to try and counteract the beer and the wine and the foods that we're eating, on top of the physio that Hannah's doing. So I mentioned about Mojacar before. Mojacar is a town about an hour away from where we're staying. It's a beach town, and it's just got lovely views. And if you've never been, put Mojacar on your list. Southern Spain, lovely place. So we found a place there that's free parking, and like I said, we've been there a couple of times. The first day we went for 4 or 5 days just as a break away from a break, and then the last time we used it, we stayed there for a couple of days, and then we shot off to different places. So we went to Carboneras, and I've got to say that is one of the most interesting and bum twitching experiences and drives, because basically you're driving over the mountains, but they've got sharp turns left and right and downs, and then single tracks and cars coming the other way where there's no barriers on the other side and it's just the mountain side on the other side. So that was interesting. I wouldn't like to do it in a car, let alone a motorhome.
Sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain.
But yeah, we went to Carboneras. That was a nice place. But we went to Playa de los Muertos. Now, this place is fantastic, but it's a mission to get to. So it's about a 20-minute hike downhill across like a rubbly path to get down there. But when you get there, it opens up and the sea is crystal clear. And the beach is a little bit stony, which wasn't great, but like I said, the sea was crystal clear. It was warm as well, which was nice. And if you walk all the way down to the end of the beach as well, there's a little rocky area, but then again crystal clear waters, so that was really nice. And so we went to Playa de los Muertos, went back to Mojacar. We stayed a day or so in Mojacar, and then we went to a place called La Isleta, which is a little bit further down past Playa de los Muertos. And so this place, we love this place. We absolutely loved it. So we parked up in somewhere where there was loads of other motorhomes, and there's a small beach. But again, crystal clear waters, warm waters, so going in with sea swimming. Bella's loving it, in and out. And then so we stayed the first night, no problem at all. And then the second night we decided to go for some food on the evening. We left the motorhome about 7:15, and we got back about 9, 9:30. Obviously, at 9, 9:30, where we were staying was pitch black. When we left, there was about 15 motorhomes. So it's pitch black when we come back, and we're using our phone torches to have a look through, and it's eerily quiet. And it's like looking around, even though it's dark, you can't really, you can see a little bit from the moonlight, and it's like, I said to Hannah, there's nobody else here. We're on our own. Everyone's gone. And as we got down there, our eyes adjusted a little bit. It's like everybody had gone. Just our motorhome was sat there. And I was like, the police must have moved them on. Either that or it's a freakish coincidence that everybody's moved. So I had a look around the van, and there was no notes on the van. There was nothing on the wheels to knock it down. So we just hunkered down for the night. About an hour later, there was a Dutch fellow came over and said, "Is it okay to park here?" And we was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And then the next day, we woke up and one of the vans that was here the night before turned up. So I went and spoke to him, and he said, "Yeah, the police came over and moved everybody else on." So just by chance, we were at a restaurant, so we didn't get moved on. So we managed to stay there. Now, where people get moved on to, I don't know, but we decided that we weren't going to risk anything that night, and obviously be respectful. So that night we then went back to our base in Mojacar. But we also went and had a look at while we're in Isleta. We travelled a little bit further. We visited San Jose. So San Jose is a small little town, lovely place. It's got a large square area where motorhomes can park, and then just 2-minute walk from that is a square area with bars in, and then just off of that is the beach and the sea, which was lovely. Not much going on, and there was a lot of roadworks going on, getting ready for because we're out of season at the minute. I guess they're just getting ready for the summer and making sure that everything looks nice for all the summer tourists. But yeah, not a lot going on, but enough to grab a drink and enjoy a nice beach again. So we didn't stay in San Jose too long. We were moving on to 2 beaches that we were recommended. One was called Playa de los genoveses, and one was Playa de Monsul. I hope I've said them right. I'm probably butchering the Spanish language. So Playa de los genoveses was about 10-15 minutes away from San Jose. And when you get there, you travel about 2 or 3 kilometers along what is basically a dirt track with loads of stones on it, so it's nice and steady drive all the way down. But as you're driving down, the beach and the sea and the bay opens up, and it's just fantastic to see. It's an amazing beach, and I recommend anybody to go and see it. So we parked up in the car park. We were the only motorhome there. It was strict. The barriers shut at sunset, so no staying after sunset no staying overnight. So there's no motorhomes there. And so yeah, about 4 o'clock we decided to move around to the other bit. So Playa de we walked in. It's about a 5-minute walk from the motorhome car park to the beach, and wow, it's beautiful, lovely sandy beach. The sea was again crystal clear, and it was a really nice, gorgeous sunny day. And we stayed there till about 4 o'clock, and we said, well, we've been recommended this other beach that's just up the road a little bit. Let's go and have a look at that, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. So we drove about another 2-3 kilometers up the dirt track, and you get to a place called Playa de Monsul, and again, amazing places, but a bit of a further walk onto the beach. But when you get down there, again, the views, and yeah, it's a lovely little area, and I well recommend anybody that's going to that area, go to Playa de Monsul and Playa de los genoveses. It's well worth going. So we weren't staying there because obviously you can't stay there. So again, we drove back to Mojacar, and then stayed one more night, and then we came back to Velas Blanco. So what have we been doing? What other things have we been doing while we're here other than going and seeing places? So we went to the vet with Bella, and Bella hadn't been spayed before now, so we had her spayed. We thought we wanted to do it while we were here, because it wasn't fair to her with the movement and the jumping around that she would have to do in the motorhome. So it was good to stay at the apartment that we can stay in, and so she can recover. But when we was doing that, we also inquired about Bella having a passport. So that was easy, simple. We had an address that we could put down. So Bella is now a Spanish passport holder. We also inquired about staying longer, so visas and immigration status. So Hannah used to live here up until 10 years ago. She lived here for 10 years, up until 10 years ago. But all her citizenship and etc. is still valid. So Hannah can stay here, Bella can stay here, yet I have no rights, so I have to do one after 90 days. Just for the record, I think it's absolute madness that my dog has more rights than I do to stay out in Europe. But hey ho, I'm not getting into politics. So let's talk about improvements that we've made. So we bought a Wi-Fi antenna back in the UK. So we've got, check my previous videos, we've got Netgear Nighthawk, and today we put the Wi-Fi antenna on the roof. There'll be a completely separate video for that, so go and watch it. But it's interesting if that's kind of what if you're interested in the Wi-Fi side of things in your motorhome while you're away. For us, it's important, so having the antenna on the roof will give us a better signal, and it fits in nicely with our Netgear Nighthawk box as well. That'll be coming in. That video will be coming out in the next week or so. Just need to put the final touches to it. But yeah, that's going to be a great addition. The other addition that we've had is these. Keeping up with the Stowies. The only thing they didn't have was YouTube, so Insta, Facegram, TikTok. Me burnt. See, this is meant to be me, but the barbecue's not on fire. If it was me, then the barbecue would be on fire. Hannah having a drink, and obviously Bella. Something nice, little something nice that we thought would be nice to have. So yeah, we met a lovely couple as well while we were away, who had built their own motorhome from I think it was a Mercedes Sprinter van, and they had a lovely tiled floor that they'd done themselves. So we've decided that when we get back to the UK, we're going to take up the carpets and try that ourselves, because the carpets just, especially during winter, with especially with Bella as well, the carpets get so dirty, and even though we've got coverings on the carpets, those get dirty, and somehow the main carpet gets dirty as well. Beyond me how that even happens. But they had square tiles, adhesive tiles on the floor, almost like a laminate, but it was looked really nice in there, really brightened up. So we'll be looking at stealing their idea basically. But that's what it's all about when you're out and about, talking to people, exchanging stories and tips and hints, and it's always great to meet people who have got something, and you think, oh, you know what, that'll work in our motorhome as well. So yeah, so even though we're 8 months in, it's still taking tips and hints on it, and I think we'll be doing it for years to come as well still. And so while you're out and about, make sure you do speak to people as well. So the first time we were in Mojacar, we met 4 Dutch people who were part of a group, and they took motorhoming to the next level. So they were going to Australia and New Zealand. They were putting their motorhomes on a boat, shipping them over to Australia, spending 6 months in Australia, going over to New Zealand, spending 6 months in New Zealand, and then shipping them back. That's taking motorhoming to the next level. So I thought, until they told me about a story about when they drove to China. They drove to China. So obviously might be a little bit of a struggle doing that nowadays, but I thought it was brilliant. And yeah, some of the stories they were telling us was absolutely fabulous. We met 2 couples in on another night in Mojacar, and we ended up having drinks with them, and one couple was talking about their dream of coming over here and setting up a yoga retreat. The other guys were just happy having weeks out in Spain in the sun, and that's how. But again, we sat, we had a couple of drinks, and but we mingled and we exchanged stories, and it was just nice meeting new people, and that's what we love as well. Me and Hannah love meeting new people. So if you see us, make sure you say hello to us, because but make sure you've got half an hour free, because we're always ready for a chat. I think that's about it for now. Like I said, we're not necessarily 100% motorhoming at the minute, because we're staying in an apartment just literally for the rehab style of things, and because we're over here for as many days as we are. Well, I'm over here as many days as I possibly can be, and yeah, like I said, we've only got about, we've only got about 3 or 4 weeks left. If someone said to me before all this motorhoming stuff, do you want to go on holiday for 3 weeks, or do you want to go to Spain for 3 weeks and enjoy mid 20-degree temperatures and blue skies and nice walks with Bella and nice food and drinks, I'll be like, yeah, snap your hand off, I'll go away for 3 weeks, definitely. And now we've only got 3 weeks left out of our 90-day allowance, and it's almost like we've only got 3 weeks left. But you know what, we'll make the most of our 3 weeks, and we will get away again, and we'll again probably use somewhere like Mojacar as our base, because we like Mojacar, and there's lots to see, lots to do there. While we're talking about Mojacar, actually, one of the things, if you do ever go to Mojacar, make sure you go to the old town. It is beautiful. The view, it's high up on the hill. The views are absolutely amazing. The old town is a beautiful little place. There's a perfect car park just on the side. I'll try to add that into the coordinates into it, or into the comments. I'll put it in. So yeah, this is us again. Just like I said, a very brief catch up on what we've been doing and what's been going on. If you've got any questions or comments about where we've been, or you want to know anything more, please feel free to drop those in the comments. If you like what you see, please make sure that you like the video. If you don't like what you see, please like the video. Like the video. Please leave your comments. We love hearing back from each and every one of you. And please subscribe to our page, and click on the notifications, and then you won't miss when our next video comes out. We've been doing a few short YouTube videos recently, so make sure you're checking those out as well. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. Just type in "Keeping Up with the Stowies" and it'll pop up. So yeah, great to see everybody. Thank you for watching, and we'll speak to you all soon.